Thank you all for being here. We're really excited to share a report with you on last year's virtual symposium to kick off today's event and get everyone excited. So last year, the symposium was held virtually via Zoom due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The meeting was a day-long event that included multiple sessions of live presentations, a keynote address, updates from professional organizations, and pre-recorded asynchronous presentations. There were also breakout sessions that were interspersed throughout the meeting to provide attendees the opportunity to meet each other and network. And overall, there were 286 individuals that registered for the event. So we collected analytics through the Zoom application to assess attendance. And then following the symposium, a survey was sent to all those who registered via email. The survey questions addressed attendee participation, their reaction to the virtual platform, and their preference for scientific meetings. We did a logistic regression to assess quantitative findings, and then a qualitative thematic analysis was done to evaluate written free response comments. Overall, 230 individuals logged onto the meeting, and 174 attendees completed the post-symposium survey. Based on the Zoom analytics, we saw that the participants attended a median of about 4 hours, or about half of the meeting last year. 51% of those who responded reported that they were female, 41% reported that they were residents, and 14% reported that they were based outside the United States, and about 26% had attended a previous ROECSG symposium. On a 5-point Likert scale, respondents rated the virtual symposium as quite equivalent to an in-person symposium. When asked what they would prefer for future ROECSG symposiums, given there are no travel restrictions in the future, 45% of respondents reported that they would prefer a virtual meeting, while 30% said that they would prefer an in-person meeting, and the remaining 25% had no preference. We did a univariate logistic regression to determine associations between attendee characteristics and preference for a virtual symposium, and the only factor associated with preference for a virtual symposium was having not attended a prior ROECSG meeting. On evaluation of preferred format based on typical symposium components, we saw that 45% of respondents reported a preference for a virtual format to review medical education scholarship. An in-person meeting was generally seen as more favorable, with a preference for an in-person meeting by 59% for networking and 51% for collaborating. We identified 4 major themes from the free response comments from the survey answers. The first theme we identified was advantages to the virtual format, which included sub-themes of accessibility and convenience, modes of discussion, such as the chat function, pre-recorded presentations that could be viewed at any time, and an expanded ability to network due to the random assignment of breakout sessions. The second major theme was disadvantages to the virtual format, and these included the distraction of the chat function during presentations, technical issues that prevented some participants from participating or networking, and then competing obligations and differences in socializing and networking with other attendees due to the virtual format. Another theme identified were comments specific to the ROECSG organization. We saw that 62 respondents noted that they attend ROECSG for the exchange of scholarly ideas and collaboration. The final major theme identified was suggestions to improve the virtual format. Something that came up among these comments was that attendees would have liked time for structured discussion with directed questions and moderators. We also saw requests for more break time throughout the day and more time in breakout sessions repeatedly. Additionally, some respondents wanted autonomy regarding the people with who they were with in breakout sessions instead of the random assignment. Overall, we saw that the virtual platform was generally well received. A major benefit of the virtual platform was convenience, and we saw a drastic increase in the number of participants compared to prior in-person meetings. In 2019, there were 76 participants from 5 different countries that attended the meeting, while in 2020, there were 238 participants from 11 different countries. And then today, as Dr. Gunther said earlier, there are 367 individuals registered for today's event. There were also some disadvantages as well, including technical issues and distractions, as many attendees were also balancing clinical and personal obligations during the meeting. And some respondents felt that the virtual format expanded their ability to network, while others found it limiting. Based on feedback from last year's meeting, today's meeting will include additional time in breakout sessions with moderators in the breakout rooms and a post-symposium happy hour to hopefully provide more time to network and socialize. I'd like to thank Bailey Nelson and the rest of the ROECSG team for their work on this project. And please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.